beautiful Cancer. Welcome to my tarot nook. Thank you for joining me today. So I'm hoping all is well and good with you. Okay, and your year so far has been going good for you. Super happy to have you here. All right, this is going to be a love reading, Cancer. So let's see what messages are here for you. First, I'll start with a message. Give me guides. All right, message for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising energies. All right, what needs knowing at this time for you? We have soul power coming through. Okay, always remember you are a soul that comes with a body, not a body that comes with a soul. Your soul is your true essence, and you have an unlimited supply of soul power at your command whenever you need it. Okay, so if you're feeling depleted, or if somebody's siphoning your life force, your energy, and you could be in some sort of a soul contract, soul journey, or soul even experience right now. You could be, having like a soulmate encounter of some sort. Just kind of remember your resilience, all right? And just kind of like reach in and work with your own supply, all right? So you technically you have unlimited supply, all right? But that does not mean if you are also willing to be available unlimitedly to somebody else, it does not mean that they should just, I don't know, like, I guess... the words I want to use I don't feel like are nice to say. So you don't want them depleting you. You don't want them draining you completely, okay? Just because they can. That's not okay for you. Like, so maybe for some of you, we might need some boundaries here with you and somebody. So let's go ahead and pull some oracles, excuse me, and see what else is going on with you. So for those of you that are new here, welcome. Of course, thank you all returning viewers and subscribers. I love you all so much. But if you're new and you like tarot, consider subscribing. Like the video if you find the reading to be informative, or if it resonates for you, or if you just enjoy the reading experience. I post here weekly, okay, so, and I have some playlists set up. I'm kind of still growing my channel. Last year was very, on a personal level, there was a lot going on, so it just did not take off. As much, like my time, I was not able to do as much here, but we'll see where this year goes. Stress-free zone, okay, I read the cards as I see them, very direct reader. Sometimes things come through bad, sometimes things come through good, but I don't do dark readings. I don't get into like the wild stuff. I just kind of try to keep it, focused. So if you have any specific questions about me or my channel, you can find it all in the description box below. If it's not there, let me know in the comments. And I haven't given a whole lot of thought about personal readings or anything. Let's just see where things go on YouTube. But if there's any sort of reading style or content that you'd like to see more of, just kind of let me know in the comments, and y'all can confirm or validate or whatever. I'd like to do votes or polls, I guess, on my community page, but whenever I post on there, I really don't think it reaches a lot of people anyway. So it's been really tough to kind of communicate to anybody, or even put like messages on there. So I know, Cancer, y'all always give me a hard time because I'm always like blah blah blah, but it's okay. Hey, it is how I am on my channel. I kind of like to kind of put things out there up front, and then kind of dig in. Once I dig in, you are done hearing from me babbling. Okay, look at this. So plus I want to kind of have you guys with me organically, like the style and everything. We got a vibe. If we don't vibe, that's fine. Some of my intros are slow. Some of my intros are fast. Sometimes I don't know. So it is what it is, though. But there's a good reason for everything, because here we are. We have a feminine energy and a masculine. So definitely we have a connection here that is working with some sort of a goodbye, working on some sort of a finality. It feels like for some of you, closure could be a factor right now, playing some sort of a factor. Okay, so look at all these dark cards. They're all dark except for this one. It's like the Blue Lotus. But this is the only card that brings a little color. So you guys, you have like a very close sexual connection here, very kind of seductive energies towards one another. You're very like your closeness is kind of a little too overpowering, passionate here. But it's just kind of right now. It's just it feels like some of that only happens when it's like just the two of you. Like it does feel like somebody here maybe did not want to acknowledge the relationship, the connection. Look, we have solitary, running, and despair. So it does feel like somebody's in a hopeless energy. All right, could be the both of you. What's up, buddy? Are you okay? Yes, my cat. You okay, buddy? Should I pause? Okay. So it does feel like there's a sinking feeling, a sense of hopelessness. Maybe the farewells and the goodbyes right now feel a little too strong, like a little too real, a little too raw. But we do have a sense of loneliness. Somebody is withdrawn. I do feel like the ghosting here is taking place, the disappearing is taking place. Due to kind of maybe like a shift in desires, perhaps. Okay, maybe somebody stopped seeing things a certain way, or they were running away from a commitment, or perhaps, you know, they could be hiding something here. All right, I mean, we have two direct energies. I mean, this isn't, I've never pulled both cards before together, so to me, this is very interesting. um, I feel like maybe somebody is also running from the truth, like running from facing the truth, or facing like their what needs to be done. Like somebody could be dodging something, like a responsibility, something important here. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull some tarot, and this is the second time in February I'm doing it, or in January I'm doing a reading, and the second time I'm using a cat deck, but this is a different cat deck. And so I got to thinking while I shuffle and pull these cards, I'll ask you guys if you have pets. What kind of pets you have, if you want to talk about them. Are you a dog person? Are you a cat person? Are you a bird person? Oof. That'd be kind of cool. I don't know, birds and cats in the same place. That'd be rough. But yeah, I like these decks. I love the colors. Everything about them pops. Okay, so we have Two of Wands in the reverse. We also have the Four of Cups. All right. King of Wands in the reverse. Page of Cups in the reverse. And I said Four of Cups. I'm reading. I'm dyslexic. It is the Six of Cups, by the way. Okay, so 6. 5, 6, yes. The Magician. King of Pentacles. We got two kings here, both in the reverse. And we have the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. With the Ten of Cups in the reverse. Like, only two cards right now, Cancer, are showing up in the upright. So we definitely have some sort of we have a lot to work on communication wise, and distancing and ghosting, blocking, and all that. That's kind of that's quite a bit going on here for you. So with this Ten of Cups in the reverse, this is a Pisces energy, water sign. It normally kind of talks about happiness, joy, family, bliss. But in the reverse, it just feels like, you know, something like your source of happiness or a source of happiness right now might feel like it's out of reach. It is disrupted. Someone's running. Okay, could feel like either a past relationship where the joy, you know, has faded, or perhaps something going on right now where the happiness is not present anymore. All right, could feel like we're having like a relationship hasn't like fully let go, okay, like been let go of. Okay, so we're kind of like stuck in that like that joyous time that no longer is, but it's not so much reminiscing, it's just more like feels like a sense of disappointment or unfulfilled expectations. Okay, because the Ten of Cups talks about wholeness and completions as well, or completeness and things, and it feels like that's been disrupted. And then the Two of Wands here, it does feel like somebody's trying to look ahead, trying to plan, see where they can go. But again, this reverse, I feel like there's hesitation. lack of clarity, okay, about the future. You know, especially in this relationship right now, I feel like you might be pondering, you know, or thinking about like whether this relationship fits into your life plan, or if this is something that you're wanting to kind of like in this kind of context of the soul journey, soulmate experience. This is something like you know, how much like um how much supply can you give? How much is going to be okay until like you're like, okay, well, it's just what about me, or it's enough, like, you know, this is good. And I feel like you're stuck in a crossroad here, because you may be the person that needs to decide which direction to go. Okay, you could be the person that's running right now. Okay, but there's a sense of disappointment, like I was saying earlier. Something here is just it's lacking, not just lacking substance, but it could be lacking integrity, it could be lacking honesty. We could be dealing with somebody that just has habits, like habitual patterns, like lying, or whatever obsessions or addictions might be going on as well. So somebody here could just kind of, there could be a play on things in that sense. All right, and it's just like, you know, you are kind of struggling right now because of all of that, but it does feel like you're very attached to this person. There's a lot of energy of like relationship, emotions, and um passion, I guess, if you will. All right. It does feel like there could be also a fear of making the wrong decision here, or making the wrong choice. Um, and we could be kind of like stalling, making a decision about something. Okay. But it does feel like there could be some sort of cheating, lying. Somebody could have cheated. Somebody could have like lied about a third party of some sort. There's just, it just feels like somebody's lacking like a moral courage, lacking just in general, in doing like the right thing, being like instead of being like, you know, like yeah, courageous. It's just not, I feel like courage is the one, not like bravery. It feels like courage, like somebody's just not, feels like somebody's it's not weak. Oh well, they're lacking the courage, moral courage, I guess, to do the right thing here. The Six of Cups. Okay, so this is a Cancer energy. Now we can kind of think a little bit about reminiscing and all that. But it does feel like somebody's just not satisfied with what's in front of them, with what they have. They went around looking, snooping, poking. This is another card that also talks about cheating. Okay, so something here. Sexually, I feel like maybe, you know, something here, maybe somebody was withholding intimacy from the other person because there's a third party involvement here. So something here, like the well dried up, okay, but it was because there was a distraction, or there was another energy um, being a disruptive force, okay. But this is something that's done by choice. So the individual here chose to kind of like not be satisfied with what they have and what's in front of them, and they weren't like looking, okay. It does feel like, you know, there's a desire to return to simpler times, happier times with the Six of Cups. All right, where maybe things, maybe somebody did not complain too much, or they were kind of like more like appreciative of things. Okay, I feel like the concern here could be just about maybe also clinging on to the past for some, or there's a fear of history repeating itself. All right, in a negative way, which is kind of like we could be like wanting to run away from that. We're done. We're saying goodbye. It's over. I just can't do it anymore. Okay, it's not like, it's just not, but it hurts. It's not like an easy thing. It's not like, okay, I can totally like separate from this energy. There's a lot of work, okay. But there's also the balancing here of lessons to be learned. It does feel like, you know, balancing the lessons of the past with the current reality. Okay, so again, how much of something is someone willing to take or accept? How much of their soul power is going to get drained before they're going to say, we need to do something different? And I need to allow myself to, you know, be accountable for that change that I want to see. So it's not like it's meant to be, it's nothing like wild. It's just like affirmative actions, affirming actions that are positive for your well-being, for the change that you want. But it's not something that's kind of, it's like a passage of some sort you're going through right now, okay, and you're just needing to make a decision. The King of Wands in the reverse, I feel like Could be somebody in your life here who isn't straightforward or reliable as they seem or as they've played up to be. There could be some sort of manipulation, deceptiveness here. Also, like lack of clear communication, which could also play a little bit into manipulation and dodginess, because we also have magician with the indications of communication and all that stuff. So I feel like we have a player energy coming through here, somebody that's trying to kind of play up what they want and how they want it and whatever sexual energy they bring, but they're also kind of not honest about a lot. And I feel like this is somebody that likes to play with they keep going, like they like to go back and forth on things. Okay, so it's like very fickle energy. In the reverse, it's kind of like also more into their ego. Okay, and they lack, I don't know if it's empathy chip. Maybe it hasn't, just, when I say lack, I want to be nicer when I say things. Sometimes, it's just, but truly it's about driving the message home, right? So they just may not have been, their empathy may not be full yet. Like they may not have started working on empathy, or empathy has not been sparked in their life journey yet. Something like that. So that's why I'm going to say it's lacking. Yeah, sure, they could be also kind of nuts and crazy and all that kind of stuff. And that's why they're like not, connected. But that's not where I'm going with that. I feel like it's just more like on a self-serving thing. So when things hurt, when things, they don't connect with those things in a way like where they're feeling about it. Their feelings are not like passionate in that sense. The passion comes more sexual and attraction and like material desires and stuff like that. Okay, very impulsive energy. Okay, yeah, I feel like there's just truly a lack of clear and honest communication coming from that person towards you. Page of Cups here. This is a Scorpio Libra energy. Again, it's a card of communication, also a card of synchronicities and like connecting things. But this is a card, when it shows in the reverse, is like a lack of emotional fulfillment, which is kind of like what I was trying to say. They're not emotionally connected to your feelings to understand sometimes like the hardships that they put you through, or the pain or the agony. And I feel like this is somebody that has a hard time expressing their love or their understanding of your emotional needs. They're not there. Okay, so it leads to a major disconnection here. It's kind of like they're looking in the toilet. It's like like their head is in the wrong place. Okay, so they don't, again, their head is in a different place than when it comes to actual the cup energies here and the want energies. Okay, more like self-serving energy. Okay. So I feel like, there could be here at some point, if there's an opportunity for like an honest kind of communication, to foster some sort of growth, to promote some sort of growth in the relationship, if that's going to happen. But it does not feel to me like that's the direction, because we have the Two of Wands in the reverse, still kind of stuck and not knowing which way to go yet. But there's going to be a sense of, I feel like for some of you, you already know, like there's a sense of disappointment. So it feels like there's just a lot of disappointment keeps coming through. So I'm moving on to the one card, well, the second card that is in the upright. So the Magician, look at that, it's so pretty. Look at that, I love it. I love the colors, you guys. Okay, so the Magician here, it's a good card in relationships. It's a positive card. It's a card of upgrade and changes. But in terms of unspoken feelings, I feel like there's strong energy here for creating something new, creating what you want, creating the ideal manifested experience you want. Okay, and there's a lot of potential for things to happen positively. I feel like somebody in this relationship has what it takes to transform the situation, but you may not know, or they, you or they, your person may not know how to kind of work with it effectively. So I feel like, like for example, this person could be like, well, hey, let's give this one more chance. For example, if they come back, or there's an opportunity to talk or something, they can kind of like, have the plan or the idea of transforming the situation, but making the plan, making use of the plan effectively is just not, it's not going to take off. But it's, here's the thing, I do feel like it's more based on lack of experience, okay? Because again, we're like, we haven't, the connections that you guys have are good in some areas, but they're not the best in other areas. So that's kind of like where the patch comes through with that open and honest communication I was talking about with the Page of Cups reversed. All right, so I feel like some of the unspoken things here could be like there's a desire to have some sort of change, okay, desire to have some sort of empowerment, okay, and manifesting like a better like relationship dynamic. But we have a runner here that's kind of also feeling a little hopeless, okay, if things feel like they're falling apart right now for them, okay. There could be also like the ghosting or the blocking could be a little intense. All right, we could be going through some sort of a cycle. All right, so but despite the challenges, I feel like, there's a openness here to have a better connection looking ahead or trying to manifest the energy for it. Okay. But I don't know. I don't know. If for some of you, if there's like that whole, like I said, playing around, cheating, third party involvement and stuff like that, this is more about wanting something positive in your relationships looking forward for yourself. Okay. So again, like the whole discernment, however it plays out. King of Pentacles, I'm calling this as a Virgo energy. I also feel like there's a little bit of a Leo here. This is air sign, Aquarius energy. Um, the King of Pentacles in the reverse, I feel like there's a need to be careful here with like your own overall well-being, okay, stability wise. Just kind of keep things in perspective for yourself, especially like financially, because I don't know if this is somebody that depends on you, or maybe there's just like a financial burden coming through here. So just be careful to kind of prioritize your what makes your like livelihood and your life stable. I feel like this energy here is not as like grounding as you were wanting them to be, okay, because they are maybe more focused on like material things, okay, at the expense of emotional connections. So you don't want to financially or even just stability wise, you don't want things to kind of um, um, drain you in more ways than one, okay. So or it could just literally be like your value comes through with that soul energy that you have, that power, that amazing power that you have unlimited resource to, and so this person kind of just takes, okay. So it could become very exhausting. All right, so for some of you also just kind of really prioritize your wallet over your heart for some of you, because we're dealing with an energy, no matter what you do, feels like they have short-term memory, or just some people they don't know how to be grateful or understand gratitude, so nothing is ever good enough, okay. You can throw anything at them, and we all know this. We've seen our family members, siblings, or even ourselves, sometimes the way we're raised. But and this is somebody that does that in relationships, okay. So I've got to be very, very careful here. All right, so and again, Seven of Pentacles next to King of Pentacles. All right, so overall advice, I feel like, there could be a source of disappointment here with the way things are going, but it's important to kind of take a step back and evaluate your own investments in love, okay, and like kind of value yourself, like I said, because with the Magician, if you're leaving this person, this liar, this cheater, this deceitful energy, and you've had it, and you've like, this is about you focusing on what you want positively in love, and this is saying, yes, yes, you need to consider what's important to you and evaluate where you want to invest your love. All right, and if you're for like look at self-evaluate if you're doing the right thing for your own well-being, okay, if you're focusing on the right things, okay. This is also a card of patience. I feel like patience is key, but also kind of just maintaining like the whole withdrawal, okay. So strategically withdraw from the things that are not working out for you. So we have withdrawn here, solitary. I feel like you could be the person here. I don't know, I feel like you're the one that's running. Maybe there used to be runners and now you're like, okay, it's my turn, which can happen in twin flames and soulmate connections, because there's like a lot of mirroring and all that stuff happening. But it does feel like, I feel like, I don't know, it feels like there's something that you're like, man, I'm just exhausted from this, like I can't keep going and going and going with that, okay. So feels like there's just a lot of healing here that needs to happen from this past relationship or the current situation that's like in a ghosting place, okay. The Two of Pentacles, or Two of Wands in the reverse with the Seven of Pentacles. It's just a phase of uncertainty about the future right now. So be very careful with like how you approach things or how you plan things. Like be thoughtful for your own self. Like your thoughtfulness should now come towards you. Okay. So I feel like there's a lot of issues here with trust to keep that in mind. The Magician can be a little tricky in the upright. Yes, we can think of him, or yeah, him as a good thing. Essentially speaking, that they can bring, manifestations. But okay, so positive intentions are also really, really important here. All right. I do feel like, just the lesson is to recognize manipulative behavior and kind of address it, and keep yourself focused. And I feel like this is a great opportunity to put yourself in a place to talk about, if there's a chance to communicate, about like the balance of the emotional and the material scales in the relationship. Okay, so yeah, if they're using you and all that stuff, you call them out. Okay. Some people, they're just tolerant people, so you could be this just nice energy, and it's becoming too much. All right, so let me go ahead and pull a final oracle for you. Just to give you a heads up though, I'm going to pull the book to read whatever the message is. I just want to keep the message authentic for you. That's why I'm doing this towards the end. I do variety style readings, like I've said. So some readings kind of, I'll do details like this. Other readings, very different styles. So it's not always going to be the same exact thing. Okay, yeah, see, balance is here for you. We have 29. All right, if the numbers have any significance for you. Also, your quote is, I understand and embrace the opposing forces in life that bring about balance. All right, so you're acknowledging this. Okay, and let's go ahead and see. Hopefully it's not a super long one, because I already wear glasses and I can barely see these letters. Okay, so let's see here. It says, the yin yang is a symbol of balance and represents dark and light, passive and active, feminine and masculine. Wow. Wow, your feminine and masculine stuff here is driving me nuts. This is a very like bold um message here that needs like it's just like the universe is saying, hey, we understand. We also have contraction and expansion. Balance is not achieved by bringing about equal measures of each side to a situation, but by recognizing when it is the correct time to apply either one of these in your life. All right. This card is asking you to look at all aspects of your relationship and situations. Ask yourself whether your response is the best choice to bring about a positive outcome. If your first instinct in a situation is to become aggressive, perhaps it is time to practice a calmer approach. So if you feel like you're going to be active, go passive, okay? This card may also mean that you need to practice moderation in certain things. Take stock of your life with complete honesty, okay? Seek out the areas where there is a lack or excess, conflict or stress, and concentrate on bringing about more balance to these areas by taking a different approach. Yep, talked about this. Habits are difficult to change, so be patient. Wow, okay. But firm with yourself. Yeah, self-evaluation. This right here. All right, when making these decisions in your life. Well, hey, Cancer, thank you for spending some of your time with me. I sincerely love you all so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.